ladies and handsome gents. Welcome to Talk to the Hand Reviews. I'm Bo the Reviews Lady, and I like to talk about perfume and stuff. And today, I'm talking about what you all already know. It's autumn, and it's October, and I'm putting together an October fragrance tray. And this was actually inspired by a lot of other YouTubers who do a lot of these monthly fragrance trays, most especially Francis at Happiness Sparkles, and also Michelle at Eau de Kachelle, and you know, so many other great YouTubers that do this. You know, Jamie at Not Another Perfume channel, and there's so many great people out there that I enjoy watching. And you know, so I thought that I would just put my stank on it. It's a perfume video, so yeah, let's talk about stank. Okay, I'm gonna try to make this one 10 minutes long because most of my videos I realize are probably longer than most people want to watch. So try and hold me to it. When I'm done, see if I lived up to what I said. Okay, now these fragrances I chose because, well, actually lots of different reasons. I'm not necessarily going to be completely faithful to this perfume tray. It's just a lot of fragrances that I have that I thought, you know, really thinking about what's appropriate for autumn. Of course, I will wear whatever I want any time of year, but just thinking about things that a lot of people would think lean more towards autumn. So here we go. Okay, I'm going to start off with Roger Gallet Fleur. And you know what, I didn't write down any notes to any of this stuff. I just want to go through real quick and just talk about what I get from it, what I smell, what I think. Do you like my little how do they do it? Let's see if I can do it. My 10 minutes is my 10 minutes is fading fast. You know how people do that, like that. There we go. I just have to practice a little bit. Anyways, I've seen people use these to distribute fragrance around the room. So, FCUK by Roger Gallet. It's so unique, it really is. Okay, this reminds me of, okay, it's got some, I don't think it's in there, but I've always said, because I think I did review this one independently, I've always said that there's got like some kind of tobacco kind of smell in it. It reminds me of like this time of year right now when everything, the flowers are still there, a lot of flowers are still there, but they're turning, they're getting older, they're falling off, and there are no new flowers replacing them. And there's that smell of like almost like a potpourri, like a dry potpourri smell. And it's still floral, which I personally, I like to wear florals all year round. I'm not really a person to wear a lot of ambers all the time. I'm really, even in the winter, even in the fall, I'm always slapping on the florals. Somebody left a comment on my video about this saying that they didn't care for it and that it reminded them of something that a vampire from Twilight would wear. So hey, if you like vampires and you know, I mean, I guess it maybe it could be considered sort of gothic. You know, I won't really think of fragrances as gothic necessarily, but I was watching some Gabby the Fragrantician videos, and she did some videos about these are definitely gothic, you know, and I thought, you know what, I think this is kind of gothic. If there's something dark and a little bit sad about it. I hate to say that, but it is really pretty, and I do like it. I do wear it, and when I spray it around the room, when I come back after having sprayed it, it's still there, and it's like, so it just kind of reminds me of dried flowers, and it's got osmanthus in it. So if you know osmanthus, you'll get that. And it's Chinese osmanthus, most specifically. So this is just a really nice, subdued, quiet, floral fragrance. Any age can wear it, but I think most people would consider it more mature. So, FleuRD'Osmanthus from Roger Gallet Paris. Number 1. Okay, number 2 is a mini. This is Lola by Marc Jacobs. Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl. That was my favorite song when I was a kid. And I called a radio station in the 80s, asked them to play that, and they were like, sure, we'll see if we can do that. And I waited and waited. Of course they didn't play it, because it was like, why would they play that song? That was a hit from like the 70s. I think I probably already used up 5 of my 10 minutes. I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so Lola, this one I bought in a group of stuff from a private seller. I don't do that too much, but this one was just a good batch of stuff. This is a very strong forward floral. I don't remember what's in it. I haven't reviewed it yet, but it smells like I'm getting like plum. I don't know if that's in it, but it reminds me of something that's plummy, fruity, yeah, but still really heady florals. Like I wouldn't be surprised if there's tuberose in there, and they probably consider there's probably some iris notes in there, I bet. But it's a really sweet, strong floral, and I feel like people who like to wear florals in the winter time, but would like this kind of thing, because it is one of those that is headier. And you know, we used to call it an oriental floral, but that's not really politically correct now to say, and I totally respect that. But a lot of people still use it to describe, I think they have a new term for it now, and I forgot what it was, and I'm sorry I couldn't use that term, but I think that people would categorize it in what the antiquated term it would be oriental floral. If you like Lulu, if you ever tried Lulu from Kachelle long ago, that's a good one. If you like that, you're likely to like this. If you like some of those stronger Estee Lauder, I would say like Beautiful. If you like Estee Lauder Beautiful, I think you'll like this. What else? Well, anyways, you had your time, buddy. I gotta move on. So, Lola. She went a bit too far. Tony sailed across the bar, and then the punches flew, and chairs were smashed in two. She lost her. No, never mind. Number 3. Have you done an October fragrance tray? Will you please? Will you please? Will you please do an October fragrance tray? These monthly fragrance trays are surprisingly really fun. And it is really neat to see what other people are doing. So would you do one too, please? Okay. This is Blazer from Anne Klein. This one is like, it's really, I think this could be considered a shared fragrance, but you know, it came out long ago when people weren't really doing shared fragrances so much. Oh. This is a really nice, I would say this is I would call this a woody amber. I remember, I think I did a review on this, and I think I remember a lot of people saying it reminded them of Chanel number 19, which is one of my favorite fragrances, and it was one of my signature fragrances over the years, off and on. But I don't really have it right now. I'm not really wearing it right now. I wouldn't say this is really like it, but I would say it's a cousin. I would say it's a cousin. In fact, you know what? I think because of how fragrances have changed so much since I was selling them in the late 80s through part of the 90s, this kind of fragrance I think would go over really well now. If this fragrance just came out now, I think we've got a lot more open noses than we used to have. People are now into almost anything goes, and even more than that, people want to smell different. They don't necessarily want to smell like everyone else. They want to smell different, and they want it to project. That's something that people didn't really want back when I was selling fragrances. But yeah, this is a nice fragrance, I would say. This kind of also reminds me, it's not sweet at all. It's very dry. It's dry, and it's very like, it's like you're walking around outside and the leaves are crunching under your feet. You know, you're going for a walk and you're just out, wow, and things are starting to get, the leaves are starting to turn and all that. Yeah, this is a bit like that. So Blazer by Anne Klein, you know, it's a little bit of a sleeper out there, and it's quite affordable too. Alrighty. It is fall. It is time to pull out the Baccarat Rouge 540. Gotta be careful how much I spray this one, because you know this is beast mode for sure. Oh my goodness. Dare I? Because sometimes you spray this and you'll smell it wherever you sprayed it for days and days. This is by far the most see, look at my face. It's the most projecting, the longest lasting. Ooh, okay. Oh yeah. Oh, it's so pretty. And just now, when I sprayed it, and I got something I've never gotten before off of it, burnt marshmallow. I know the first time my husband smelled this, he said it reminded him of cotton candy. But I mean, of course, it's got a lot of ambergris in it. So it's ambergris in the base, in the mid notes, not the base notes. So there's that ambergris, which is big. It's a little bit hard to get away from, kind of, but I still love it. I love it. And you know, this is just like, it's warm, it's sexy, it's sensual. It's got, you know what, I was so right, if I do say so myself, I was so right on it when I went in and picked out fragrances. This is, again, like walking around outside when it's just getting a little bit chilly in the air. It's smoky, and it's sweet and smoky, yeah. Okay, one more, baby. 2 more. Baccarat Rouge 540. October fragrance tray. October fragrance tray. It was the tray. It was the perfume tray. The monster tray. Actually, I live in Canada, but I'm from the United States. And something that's that's really different and kind of changes the whole dynamic of the holiday season is, okay, in the United States, you have Halloween, October 31st, and that kind of sets off the next 3 months. They're just going to be, just fun and parties and a great time until January. It doesn't end until, you know, New Year's Eve. And because you start off with Halloween, and then you go next to, which is fun and, you know, silly and be crazy and blah, and then you go to Thanksgiving, and then after Thanksgiving you have obviously Christmas, and then Christmas to New Year's. But in Canada it's a little different. We have Thanksgiving before Halloween. So after Halloween, you've got to wait a long time. You get to Christmas. And it kind of breaks up the vibe because, like, Thanksgiving in the United States, it's sort of like this cozy gift-giving family time kind of thing, whereas in Canada it's just placed differently, so it's a little bit of a different dynamic with things. But you know, they're both great, and I know some people don't even celebrate Thanksgiving, and I totally understand that. But yeah, I just thought it was kind of interesting thing that I discovered when I got here. I'm already at 18 minutes, folks. That was my 10 minutes, right? Okay, here I go. Okay, this next one is a body spray. Dressed in White from Bath and Body Works. Okay, like I said, I like to wear florals. And this floral is serious. This is a sophisticated floral that is just, it's not overly friendly. It's not gonna come up and say, hi, I'm so-and-so. It's back here. You know what? Here. This one is sophisticated. This is like a bride or just like someone no-nonsense lady going to work or even just out somewhere. This is a dignified floral, and yeah, see, this is dignified floral. This is not. This one is roller skating on the beach. This one is eating cotton candy with one hand and maybe an ice cream in the other, and doing like skating backwards and doing a hula hoop. This one, so this isn't part of my October perfume trade, but I'm just saying it's another kind of Bath and Body Works floral. It's not the same. This is more spring and summer floral. This is a bit more subdued, but still floral. It's not sweet. No, this is more like traditional white floral type of fragrance. You know, if you like, okay, it doesn't smell like these, but if you like original Oscar de la Renta or Esprit d'Oscar, or probably things like Paris, you know, not really a sweet floral, you might like this one. Dressed in White, Bath and Body Works. Okay, I picked this one up not too long ago, and I'm including it in this video because it's another floral, but I consider it a very warm, sensuous floral with a lot of heavy top bottom bass notes. It's FCUK Her. This one dare you spray anything else after BR 540? I can't. Okay, this is at first light and floral, but it quickly changes into something much more warm and sensuous. Like on the skin, it stays. And to be honest with you, I'm not reaching for this one too often because something in that dry down, it doesn't quite, it bugs me a little bit. But I still like it, and I want to keep trying it. You might notice it looks different from the regular bottle. You know, it has that big plastic thing around it, which is kind of neat looking, but my bottle, I bought it, and that I did a video on this, and I did an unboxing, and it like broke off right when I was like, oh look, and it just like fell onto the floor. And what I discovered is I like what's underneath anyways better. I'm not even trying to tape that thing back on. But yeah, FCUK Her. It's a light floral at first. It's got a lot of fruity notes in it too, like it smells like it's got some melon in it. It smells like yeah, like the fruity floral at the top notes, but then warmer, I wouldn't say vanilla, but some really strong base notes. Maybe there's some like some sandalwood in there or something. I don't remember what's in it, but I'm just telling you what I think. Yeah, so this one too, it's really for any age. I mean, I really do think this is for any age. I don't think, I think since it came out, like not too long ago, I think it might be associated with youth. But I think if you're an older person and you just want to try something different, this is a pretty good one to try actually, and it's complex, which is surprising. Okay, FCUK Her. Now I have something very special to me. You guys know recently I kind of became obsessed with Avon because they're cruelty free now, and I bought 10 of their fragrances, and I bought more. They're coming now too, and I'm really into that because I think it's like cool. It's like nostalgia, yet it's still here, current day. It's like I was thinking of this joke. It's not your great grandmother's Avon because Avon's been around since like 130 years, I think. It's been around forever. Anyways, this fragrance out of all of them has me obsessed. It is Topaze. Topaze. This fragrance reminds me so much of Chanel No. 5. The way Chanel No. 5 used to smell when they came out with the colognes, when they had the cologne in the 80s, when my mom had it. Notice I'm spraying this one on me. I'm not even spraying it in the air. This one, later I'm going to be like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, it doesn't smell exactly like Chanel No. 5, no. And I still have Chanel No. 5. I've got perfumes, I've got Parfume, I've got, but the eau de toilette, and even the newer colognes that I've tried, they do not smell light. They don't smell light enough the way that we remember it smelling. But this smells so similar to it, not exactly, but so similar. And it has that thing that I like that Chanel No. 5 used to have. And I am just, see, you know, I've only had this, and look, that's a dent for me. I'm not really, because I work from home and I don't go out that much. I wear it almost every day. I wear perfume almost every day around the house. But it's mostly I'm trying this out, I'm trying that out. But when I'm done trying other things out, I grab this one and I go, okay, I'm gonna put this on so I can enjoy it while I'm having dinner. I really like this. And it's very inexpensive too. I mean, compared to like a lot of stuff. I feel like this is gonna be a signature fragrance for me forever. Now, I'm gonna have to be getting a hold of it. Anyways, so yeah, Topaze by Avon, and I have a link below if you want to check out Avon stuff. You can. Please don't feel obligated or don't feel pressured or whatever. It's just something that it's there. It's interesting to me, and you might find it interesting. But I love this. Okay, here's another floral that I feel like, well, this could be worn any time of year, but it's okay. It's Freesia from Solinotes. And this is floral, yes. It's Freesia, yes, but it's got that warmth to it. It's got a warmth to it. It does not smell like Freesia. It just smells really good. It's not sweet at all. It's just a really pleasant, warm floral. And no, it doesn't smell like Freesia at all, but it smells really, really great. It smells more like an upscale Chanel, like Gabrielle or something like that. Yeah, I love Gabrielle, that Gabrielle Chanel fragrance. I mean, it's along the lines of that, you know, it's like a warm, inviting floral. Anyways, Solinotes Freesia. And I got one more, last one. I've talked about this one a few times. It's a flanker. The original one of this, it was one of my signature fragrances for years and years and years. And when I met my husband, I was wearing it a lot, and it's very special to me. That's the original. Well, this is a flanker. It is Eternity Intense. Man, this is unique. I love this one so much. It's really different, you know? It reminds me of... Okay, The first thing you get when you try this fragrance, to me, is like, it's almost like someone opened up a Dr. Pepper and you're getting that from a Dr. Pepper. If you like, I love Dr. Pepper, so if you don't like it, you might not like this, but it's got those plummy, fruity, but it's not really, I wouldn't really call it fruity. It's very subdued. It's got some stuff in it that reminds me of like dried fruit. Yeah, it's like Dr. Pepper and dried fruit. And I know that doesn't sound really great maybe, but it is. It's so, I feel like the woman who, or woman or man, a man could wear this, and you know, you can wear what you want, folks. You know, really, don't make society tell you. Don't allow society to make you feel bad for being yourself. Anyways, so that's it. Eternity Intense. Another nice warm, just the kind of thing I've said before that I'd watched this movie with Angelina Jolie in it, and she was so like, she was like walking through the streets of Paris, and it just reminded me of what she would smell like in that movie. I forget what it was called, but yeah, Eternity Intense. So, what's on your October fragrance tray? My lovely ladies and handsome gents, will you let me know? I would like to know. Until then, see you next time.